Hello, my name is Elizabeth Belton, and this is my proposal on implementing a new procedure for GE Aviation co-ops. GE Aviation is one of the most desired companies to work for aerospace, mechanical, industrial, and other engineering students. By being a co-op, you gain real-world experience through your everyday projects. You get to network with some of the best professionals in the aerospace industry. You have a very high chance of continuing your career with GE after you graduate based on your co-op experience, and you get to participate in many exciting activities such as volunteering and just interacting with other students from across the country. Now, while most of these things are known to co-ops before they start, one thing that is not known and very surprising is that your first week at work, most co-ops are not productive at all and don't really get any work done because of technical and information issues. When a co-op begins their rotation at GE, the only information they have is the name of their manager. Sometimes they don't even know if they're going to be in a manufacturing or design role, which are two completely different sides of the business. They also do not know what kind of work they will be doing because there's no initial communication between the co-op and their manager. Once the co-op begins work, they meet their manager and are given their assignments. Then they are given a computer and have to begin the process of gaining access to the application and servers. This is a very time-consuming process and usually takes at least 1 week. As a result, most co-ops can't really begin any work until their second week. Once the co-op has access to programs, they need to learn the system, which also takes a lot of time. Another time-consuming process is learning about the specific part the co-op is working with, and all of the processes, materials, and design features that go into it. If a co-op had this information before they started their rotation, they could do research on their own because most of it would be general knowledge that they could just look up on any website. This lack of information is one of the top complaints of all co-ops and delays productivity immensely. To eliminate these problems, a new preparation procedure for all incoming co-ops needs to be implemented. To control this procedure, a new HR co-op will be hired. The HR co-op will be responsible for making sure that there is communication between the manager and the co-op before the rotation even begins. To start, the HR co-op will work with the co-op office and make sure all notification letters for work assignment and location go out at least 2 months prior to the co-op start date. Then the HR co-op will work with the incoming co-op's managers and have them outline the necessary skills that they will need for the rotation and exactly what parts and what things that they will be doing on the rotation, so the co-op has time to do background information before they even start. The co-op will also have the manager outline the necessary program and server accesses that the co-op will need to do the job. This will be sent to the IT department 2 weeks before the co-op starts, so these could be approved and ready for when the co-op begins. Once approved, the process for implementing this procedure will start right away. If this is approved in August, then by September the new HR co-op will be hired and assigned their job. They will begin their rotation in January of 2016. By the middle of February, all assignments for the summer 2016 rotation will be assigned, and those notification letters will be sent out by the beginning of March. A week after that, the HR co-op will send out reminders to all the managers for the basic outlines of the skills and computer access that the co-ops are going to need. By the middle of March, the HR co-op will double check to see if all these emails have gone out. April 1st, 2016 is when the co-op will be required to start initial contact with their manager. and May 2016 will be the co-op start date for the summer 2016 rotation. So to start this whole thing and to implement it would only take less than a year. There are many benefits from implementing this procedure. Co-ops will be more productive. Co-ops will also be more likely to return to GE because they will have a better feeling for how the company is ran. There is also an additional cost savings for this procedure. The only cost that would come out is the cost of hiring the one HR co-op. At an average rate of $22.50 an hour, it would only cost $40,000 a year to hire an HR co-op. Now, if you look at the cost savings, that comes from the 400 co-ops who regularly work during the year. If you take their average rate of $22.50 an hour and use that for the 1 week they are normally unproductive and compare it to the amount of work they can do with all that access, then it's actually a cost savings of about $1 million a year. In summary, there is an issue at GE Aviation where incoming co-ops are not very productive their first week because they don't have the computer access they need and they don't have the basic information about their projects that they need. This procedure would help eliminate that. The first thing that would have to be done is to hire an additional HR co-op. That HR co-op would help get the communication between the co-op and the manager a few months before the co-op actually starts their rotation. They would help get all the access that the co-op needs with the computer set up before the rotation begins, and they would help the co-op know what their projects would be like so they could do background information on their own. From this, you get more prepared co-ops who are more productive and who have a better attitude toward work. This also actually has a cost savings of $1 million a year if you look at the amount of work that would be done just from that first week. This is a win-win for both the co-ops and for GE Aviation. Thank you.